You. Hey, I fell down a wormhole this weekend. Well, technically yesterday. I um I commented on a post on social media. It was on LinkedIn, and it was some extreme right-wing American politician crapping on about complaining about the uh, bare minimum environmental protection bill that the Senate has passed. It doesn't really matter the details, but I commented on it, pointing out that although she was going on about uh, the environmental protection bill, she comes from a perspective of being a far right politician. Okay, I was just making that point and saying that people perhaps should be fully aware of that before going, what a wonderful person she is. Um, that's a wormhole. Oh, the fury that you receive if you say anything vaguely controversial or even not very controversial on social media. And it doesn't matter, except it really made me think this. I noticed how quickly uh, we fell into binary arguments, or all about or. I was saying she was wrong. So I was not a far right wing Republican. Therefore, I must be a Democrat, which actually I'm not. In terms of American politics, I'm not a supporter of the Democratic Party either, particularly. Or if I wasn't right wing, I must be left wing. Or in the British context, if I'm not a supporter of this shit show of a government, I must be a supporter of the Labour Party. As if the only possibility is who you are or the opposite. Or is the language of conflict, violence, and intolerance. And how much we do this in our own head. Certainly I do in my own thinking. If I don't get this right, I will be wrong. It's right or wrong. If it's not good, it will be bad, good or bad. Somehow thinking that there is only the thing that I want or the disastrous, catastrophic opposite. It's a wormhole. And I want to suggest this week, for me, every time I come towards the word or, I'm going to see if I can change it for the word also. Not and. And is just additive. But also for me suggests, yeah, okay. But in addition to that, let's think about this. Let's realize that almost everything we do within a spectrum. I'm not a far right-wing American Trumpite Republican, nor am I a Democrat, nor am I a conventional socialist, nor am I, in fact, what I am is nobody else's business, frankly. I occupy a spectrum. In some areas, I'm quite conservative. Other areas, I'm extremely radical. Some areas, I inhabit existential realms that are entirely my own. It's nobody else's business, really. And yet we get sucked into binary definitions of other people and of ourselves. So what if we replace or with also? Of course, there's a time when or is useful. When you're deciding, am I going to do something or not? Yes or no. This or that. Sometimes you have to make a clear decision and then you have to live with the consequences of that decision. Fine. But all the time up until that decision point, what if we work with the word also? What if we work with the words and also I see this from a different perspective, or also I see that there are multiple alternatives. Also, the world is complex, not the nice simple binaries of this or that, success or failure, good or bad, my friend, my enemy, whatever. This week for me is going to start with a commitment to also. Have a wonderful day. Hey, you know what? The wormhole of awe could be the start of a new Star Wars franchise. I wonder.